friends! It's Bird here! Today, we're diving into one of the most famous moments in American history. Nope, not a party with balloons or cake. We're talking about the Boston Tea Party, a protest that helped start the American Revolution.
Wait, a tea party? Like the kind with fancy cups and little cookies? Because if so, I'm mad I didn't get an invite.
Not that kind of party, Max. This was the Boston Tea Party, and instead of pouring tea into cups, people threw it into Boston Harbor. Imagine dumping crates of tea into the ocean. Splash!
So they basically turned the harbor into a giant cup of iced tea? Somebody grab a straw.
That's one way to picture it. But let's back up. The year was 1773. America wasn't a country yet. People here were called colonists, and they were ruled by the King of England.
So kind of like having a bossy big brother who makes all the rules?
Exactly. The King of England wanted money after a big war, so he made the colonists pay taxes. One of those was called the Tea Act. It gave Britain control over tea and made colonists pay extra for it.
Wait, they tax tea? That's like someone charging us extra for pizza toppings. That'll be $3 for pepperoni. No way!
That's how the colonists felt. Tea was super popular back then, like soda or juice boxes today. So when Britain tried to control it, people were angry. They shouted, "No taxation without representation." That meant if we don't get a vote, you can't just make us pay more.
That makes sense. If I don't get to pick the pizza toppings, I'm not paying for anchovies.
Right. So on December 16th, 1773, a group called the Sons of Liberty came up with a plan. They dressed in disguises and went down to Boston Harbor.
Wait, costumes? So this was like Halloween? Did anyone bring candy?
Not Halloween, Max. They boarded 3 ships filled with tea from the East India Company. Then they dumped more than 340 chests of tea into the harbor. That's over 90,000 pounds of tea.
Whoa! That's like filling an entire swimming pool with hot chocolate mix.
Pretty close. The Boston Tea Party was not about wasting drinks. It was about showing Britain they wouldn't accept unfair laws.
So what happened after? Did the king ground them? Like, no dessert for a week?
Britain was furious. They punished Boston with strict new rules called the Coercive Acts, also known as the Intolerable Acts. They even closed Boston Harbor until the tea was paid for. That made the colonists angrier and helped push the American Revolution forward.
So, no Boston Tea Party? No United States?
You could say that. The Boston Tea Party showed that people wanted freedom and a voice in their government. It was about more than tea. It was about independence.
I'll never look at my iced tea the same way again. I'll say, thanks, tea, for helping America be free.
That works, Max. All right, here's your challenge. Next time you sip your favorite drink, tea, soda, or chocolate milk, ask yourself, what's something important you would stand up for if it felt unfair?
I'd stand up for free pizza Fridays at school, no taxes on cheese.
And you listening, think about something that matters to you. History is about people like us speaking up and making a difference.
And sometimes spilling a little tea while we do it.
That's all for today. Remember, the Boston Tea Party wasn't about cookies, but it sure stirred up history.